today's episode, we are going over what type of clippers and trimmers you should buy when you first start out as a barber. So the first clipper I want to go over is the BGRCs. This is a detachable blade clipper. For cordless access, you can put a battery pack in it, and it takes detachable blades. Okay, metal blades that detach, and you clip them on and you turn them on to do your job. For every level that you change, you're gonna have to change the blade. I didn't want to go into detail on these because this can run you, even the newer models, 2 to 220, 250. Just for the clipper. The battery packs might come in like a pack of 2, most likely. Those will run you about $230 for the set. Also, the blades themselves can run you anywhere from $15 to $25, even upwards to $30, $40 a blade. So I didn't want to get into detail on these. These are great for straight hair and just getting rid of bulk on any hair. Very expensive though. These can run you. These can run you very high. So I didn't want to get into detail on these. These are just a little bit expensive for starting out. A lot of times the school you go to will give you these, and that's awesome too. Okay, so if you're lucky to have a pair of these, you know exactly how wonderful BGRCs can be. All right. And so these are Andis BGRCs. They make other BGR models. Andis makes a very good detachable blade clipper. So does Oster or Oysters, depending on what you call it, but very good. 2 speeds on the newer models. So yeah, definitely a must-have, but not maybe right away. Take your time getting these because they're going to be the whole set, and everything you need to make these proficient with your work is going to be $500–600. Okay. Another thing I wanted to say is everything I'm going to show you here is cordless. I don't see many barbers still using corded trimmers or clippers. So that's another thing to think about. The flexibility of having cordless clippers and trimmers, being able to move around, not having cords tied up. I come from that era. Cords twisted up. Got to untwist cords every night for the next day. So cordless trimmers is definitely the way. I don't think anybody is still using corded clippers or trimmers. That's for the people who don't know. The next one that I wanted to show you all is Masters. So Andis makes Masters. Masters are known for their fading because they have a certain type of blade that has this curvature on it. Masters give you certain levels. Well, they don't give you certain. They put indentions here to try to help you out. You can be any level you want to be. Andis, the Masters, they have a history of making fade Masters. These are for fading. The problem is with me is they cut a little slow. And the reason they cut a little slow is, like I say, they have this special blade on it, and they're for fading. Flicking your fade out of there. So the first thing you have to be careful of with these Andis is that they can get really loud if you don't use the right type of barbicide. And the type of barbicide that I suggest you use is Marvicide, because it will not rust your clippers. If you can see, this is all metal. This is all metal. Certain barbicide, certain clipper size will rust your clippers. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I can see it, if you can see it, but I've got some rust in there coming. Let it focus. Okay. I don't use them. I'm just presenting you with this here. I've got a few pair. I don't use them because they're a little slow. Great clipper. The quality is probably top notch. You know, if you can deal with it taking forever to do a haircut or do a fade, the quality that you're going to end up with is top notch. So it's good to have in your arsenal. You think about it, it's up to you. Now, Andis does make other products. You don't have to just get Masters when it comes to Andis clippers. I think that those are what they're most famous for, is like the Masters or like the detachable ones that I showed you. But these are Cordless Envy Li's. They always come out with an Envy L something. Basic trimmers. They're gonna fit all the Andis guards that you're gonna use, the purple magnet guards or whatever you like to use. Just a lightweight clipper. Starting out, these are very good for the price. They are plastic though. They aren't as durable as some others, but they will do the job. It reminds me of the Wahl magic clip. Wahl magic clip. They're a little bit longer than the Wahl magic clip, but it does remind me of the Wahl magic clip because I know, as just starting off, and I want to look pretty good. I want to look like I know what I'm doing, and even though I'm learning and I'm practicing, these are good ones. These are a good pair to have. Okay. All right. So speaking of the Wahl magic clip, I'm bringing you all these magic clips. I actually use daily, so they look a little rough. That's because they get work. Magic clip. They're very lightweight. These are Wahl magic clip, and they just do the job. They cut very fast, very lightweight. They're just clippers. They do the job. So entry level, starting off, I definitely suggest a Wahl magic clip. Okay, these G series Andis trimmers. I think starting off, these are a great pair to have. Interchangeable blade that you can change and put on maybe just a regular blade if you want, but most people just use T blades now as well. You want a very long blade to get in those corners and stuff like that, so most people using T blades. But you know, if you needed to take the head off and clean it and different things like that, you can do so. Also, what they've done was they took out a lot of the needing to clean it by just because what barbers were doing were 10-15 years ago, we were cutting this off ourselves and having it open so that we could spray the air hose in it and get the hair out. So now they just started making it like that. So that was really cool. Entry level, you need something that's going to do the job. You can adjust the trimmer blade to make sure that it's going to give you what you want it to be, as sharp as you want it, or do what you want it to do. Cordless, great power, good place to start out. Okay, these are my pair of Babyliss Rose Gold. I think these are a great pair as well. These will cost you a little more, $130, $140, $150, depending on where you get them from. So a little more expensive to start off with. You see, mine's are used. I use mine's. Great pair. The gold, the rose gold, and the black. So those are the blades that it's going to come with. It's going to do something different. I chose the rose gold because I wanted to grab a lot of hair. The black is a very fine, and the gold is like regular. So the rose gold was like in between the gold and the black. So I went with the rose gold. These serve the purpose. These are wonderful. These are great if you don't mind spending a little extra money to get a pair of these. These are wonderful. All metal, very durable. I can't tell you how many times I done dropped them. These are not going anywhere. Okay, easy to change the blade, easy to adjust. Highly suggested. Okay, so Babyliss, but they do cost a little bit more, so not bad though. These next ones I'm going to bring you are, these are called Supreme trimmers. Have you ever heard of them? Probably not. This is an Amazon haul. Okay, so just going on Amazon, just buying trimmers just to see what I get back, feedback. And for a cordless trimmer, maybe 60 bucks, not even 80 bucks. This was very much worth the money. You see it says Supreme Trimmer on the back. I highly suggest these as an entry level. They're very lightweight. The blade is adjustable. The power lasts all day. I don't see why these or any of the other entry level clippers, trimmers, or just, you know, when I say entry level, I really just mean not as expensive. There's because trimmers and clippers are supposed to get more expensive with the quality. So I kind of understand that these are made of plastic. They have a great blade on them. They're built perfectly, very easy to clean. So I don't see why these wouldn't be on everybody's list for 60 to 70 bucks. Like, different lights to tell you how much charge you have, you can't beat them for 60 bucks. I'd buy me a couple pair of these just to have them. Okay, so, and the last type of clippers or trimmers you should buy are not a pair of clippers and trimmers at all. They are a pair of shears. Every barber starting out should also have a pair of shears and thinning shears. There are things you're going to be able to do that you cannot do with clippers. Also, the shears and the thinning shears are going to give out a different cut. These are entry-level shears and thinners. You can tell because they are the same length. These are great to get started. The more advanced you get, the more fancier shears. They'll be longer, curved, have different handles that spin and do all different type of crazy stuff. Entry level, just get you a nice, decent pair of shears and thinners. So make sure you find a nice professional pair that have tension knobs on them. Tension knobs for adjustment of the tension. That'll indicate these are a nice professional pair, okay? This is perfect. Simple pair. Try to find both of them, and these will do the job. So there are a lot of clippers and trimmers out there. I'm not just giving you what to get. I'm just putting things in your mind so that maybe you could come up with what might work for you best, offer your experience and even your budget. Not even if you want to be a barber, but if you wanted to be a barber, this video should definitely help you try to figure out which ones I might want to get. All right, so thank y'all for tuning in another episode of Live from the Barber Chair Barbershop Talk. I will see you in the next episode.